What's up, YouTube? We back at it again. Today we have this lovely backdrop, this lovely backdrop frame. I will drop it in the description box, but we're creating a simple, easy birthday marquee. Simple and easy. Let's get started. These are the balloons I'm using. We have a 9-inch Decomex in the colors Pastel Lemon, Pastel Tiffany Blue. Again, Decomex, we have metallic gold, 5-inch, 5-inch standard lavender. I don't have a bag for these, but those are 9 or 12-inch standard lavender. And then we have glue dashes. And then we just have these lovely 16-inch number balloons. I don't know if it's gonna be 18 or 1, but we have both. Yeah. I almost forgot to say, it would definitely be useful to use one of these balloon sizers. I'll try to find one on Amazon and leave it in the description box. I got mine at a balloon workshop, and so it's kind of free, but not really. But I don't know where they got it from. But this will help you keep things even. Really with balloon marquees, everything just needs to be neat and well rounded and even. And so I think we're going to be using the 9-inch side today, if I'm not mistaken. If yours doesn't have a 9-inch, you could do whatever is closest to 9 inches. But yeah. Okay, let's get started. I definitely think I changed my mind. I definitely think I'm going to use the 8-inch so that I can overinflate the 9-inch and fit it to an 8-inch and have everything be nice and perfect. I'm not really sure how this one is going to look. Like, I have these colors in my mind, and I chose these colors because they match this lovely rainbow thing going on, but I don't know how everything's going to come together. And that's okay. But first I'm gonna start by blowing up these number balloons. This is definitely like 12-inch. I mean, it might be 16-inch. I don't know. But okay, guys, this is starting to turn into a balloon review because these balloons are, I'm not gonna call them trash, but they definitely came defective, and they're not even, it's not even allowing air to be put through. I feel like the little mylar strip inside is too long for any straw. And so I'm like, how are you supposed to blow these up? And so I've been struggling with this one. My straw is stuck inside, if you can see it, but it is so hard to put air through. And now I have to get one of my, like, that was the straw that came with the balloons, so even their own straw doesn't fit. But now I'm having to get my own kitchen straw that's longer to see if I can blow air into this balloon. So, stay tuned. Awful, guys. Literally awful. It should not have taken that much to blow up this balloon. And it's a beautiful balloon, but it's just like, what is this? North Star Balloons. Maybe I got a bad batch, I don't know. But we're gonna keep going. So now I'm going to get my 260s. If you don't know what 260s are, they're basically long balloons. Like, anytime you see like a clown doing balloon animals, he's probably using one of these or balloon like this. I think 260 means is 60 inches long when it's fully inflated, and then 2 inches or 2 inches wide. You might want to fact check me, but I want to say that's what 260s mean. You should fact check that. But anyways, I'm using these to the air is already coming out of this one. Is the air coming out of this one too? Yeah, I'm not very happy with these balloons, guys. Whatever. I'm gonna take my 260, I'll get this out the way, and we're going to roll it up on the tab of your numbered balloon. This can work with any Mylar balloon. It really just allows it to connect perfectly and seamlessly to the balloon marquee, but you want to roll it tight. The goal is to roll it tight as far as possible. You don't have to go all the way. And then you just want to tie a knot where you rolled, and that'll keep it from staying. You can do a double knot if you'd like. I only did a single knot just because, I mean, this installation is kind of temporary, so I think it's okay. Okay, after that horrible balloon mishap, now we're going to inflate the stars of the show, which are these lovely balloons. Okay, let's talk about basically what I just did. So I just inflated the balloons. Okay, I just inflated the balloons, and basically I inflated them, used the 8-inch thing, you saw it happen, and then I created pairs. So I tied 2 together to each other, which is how I got these 2 pairs, and then we're gonna twist them together to make a quad, and that'll be our base. So, because I don't want my purples next to each other, it'll be something like this, and this will be our base. So it'll look something like so. And then we're just going to use the purple 5 inches next to do the same thing. Made 1 pair, and we're gonna do it again. I guess I should be measuring these. I'm so used to just blowing up 5 inches. But I do have a 5-inch tool here. Technically, these are all probably 4-inch, blown up to size, or slightly smaller than 5-inch. And you should probably size them all the same. I mean, the main reason why we kind of want to size them the same is that we just don't want the marquee to be wobbly, and that's usually what we do. But something that's slightly off or slightly different, I think is okay, but you just don't want it to be wobbly, that's all. So if you have a 5-inch or a 4-inch sizer, by all means use it. So we're going to twist these together just like we did the first quad, and now we have our second quad. And so now we're just going to attach these like so. So it'll look something like this, and that's our lovely base. And then we're going to do this one more time by adding a 3rd layer, and that'll be the base. But basically how I'm going to connect these two is I like to tie balloon necks. And so a lot of people might use 260s, they might use string, they might use fishing line. I've realized I can just tie the necks together for the blue marquees, and it works just the same. So I'm gonna do that. Try to get closer so you guys can see me do that. So just gonna find whichever neck I think is the stretchiest. So there's a stretchy neck, oops. There's a stretchy neck now. We're gonna find another stretchy neck within our 5 inches. You see that there. And we're just going to tie these necks together. So I have this one attached to my right hand, this one attached to my left. And we're just gonna tie them together like so. Be sure to tie it tight, but we also don't want it to pop. So use your own discretion. Cool. Okay, so now we have our base. It's very secure because we tied the necks, but you can also do whatever you want. And that's our base. And then I'll show you how we'll make this not so airy, but we'll just finish creating the base part. So I'm going to continue blowing up balloons, maybe something similar patterned, maybe 2 blues and 2 greens this time. I don't know if I want to keep a purple, probably. I'm gonna go back to my 8-inch side on my sizer. Let's just say, I feel like I should just do the same. I'll just stick to the same, but I'll just twist it around. Yes, that's what we're doing. Because we're doing simple. So you might be wondering what I'm doing when I like flatten it against my chest, but I'm just trying to create a round shape. So I'm sure you see the differences in the shape. But we're just trying to create a round shape, but we're also trying to create the right size. And so that's where it's kind of hard. This you see in the camera, this one's a little bit more round, spherical than this one. I'm just gonna press it against my chest just a little bit. Try to help the shape. That made it a little bit better. And this is gonna be our first pair. Actually, I think I'm doing this wrong. So I probably should have my purples together, but I guess it doesn't matter. That's a lot of winging it. Don't be like me. Creating, wait, did this air go out of this one? I think so. It don't look as large. Like it's okay. Also, I guess let's talk about this tying method. So I really take the balloons, I wrap one around it as close as possible, and then I just tie a second knot. And then boom. That way you have more neck space when you're tying the knots, the necks of the balloon. If you're not really tying the necks of the balloon, honestly, you still want to do the same technique so that there's just less gaps in your creations. So yeah, tip for me. And we're just going to make the same quad. This one looks different. Let's see if it's, you know, we might use this as a learning opportunity. So let's just see. Boom, second quad. Technically third quad. And then we have our base. Again, we're finding the stretchiest neck here. already tied our balloon, our 260 to our mylar balloon. Now, we'll take the 260s, center it kind of where we want it to go, and then do 1, 2, 7. Good release, kind of in there. I'll show it again. So we're going around one balloon, around another balloon twice, and then back up different balloons from the first time, preferably. Honestly, we're just doing this until it's secure. And then it's secure. Okay. So, because our 8 wasn't really working right, now we're just gonna make this look cuter. So I actually really wanted this 18 to work, and so I'm just gonna try to make it work. Try not to let any air out with some glue dashes, and hopefully it's okay. Hopefully. So I'm basically taking my glue dashes, trying to make this 8 work, but it's really deflating as we speak, so. And it's really cute. Let's add more 5 inches. Really though, the 8 might have to go. It might have to go. I'm just kind of taking my air pump and we're just gonna add to this lovely creation. We're just making different clusters. Technically, with this Marquee, we're just creating a little bit more detail. You can be as detailed as you want, but because we're going with simple, hopefully this is okay. So I'm just gonna figure out where I want these tinier balloons to go to give it a little bit more oomph here and there. I think it'll be okay. And then all of these tinier balloons can be glue dashed to the Marquee. So I really just made a cluster of 3. So instead of taking 2 pairs, tying them together, I just took 2, tied them together, and then just added 1, wrapped it in there, tied a knot with another. I didn't put glue there, but it's pretty sturdy, so at least for now. So I'm gonna keep going. Maybe do another cluster of 3, or maybe 1, like up top or something. I do not know yet. Maybe up top to fill that gap. Y'all, honestly, a lot of, like, some people plan their balloon decorating, but most of us kind of wing it and just follow your gut. And if it's not cute, you can always pop it and start over. Not the whole thing, but pop it's not cute. It's not bad. I think it's kind of cute. So I'm just gonna finish and wrap up. But hopefully you guys can see just how easy this was. It took maybe 3 times 12 plus a few other, maybe less than 20 balloons. And some glue dashes to create a masterpiece. And because the balloons are so light, like, you can really get, you know, a lot of things that you want. And it'd be okay. But yeah, let's look at this. Is the blue marquee. I guess now I should probably show you guys the most important part. So right now it's pretty like fragile to the touch, like it'll blow away with the giant gust of wind. So we're just gonna go make some water weights, add it to the bottom, and then it'll be ready. Just basically gonna put this around our nozzle, let it inflate and blow up, and then it'll give us our base. I would do it, but I only have one hand, so just to show you what it looks like on the pipe, but it kind of inflated as it went. You see it's kind of heavy, and you just take it off and tie a knot and try not to let the water go out. And I'll show you where that goes on our base. Okay, I'm gonna tie our water weight in a knot like you would do a single balloon. And then there's 2 ways you could do this. You could either grab a 260, tie it around, twist it around our base, like how we wrap the one around, or you can just do what I do and just take this and find another stretchy neck, tie it to the base, and it won't go anywhere, at least indoors. Outdoors, you might want to do a little bit more. You might want to find out what the climate is like before you put it out there, but it should be pretty good on a non-windy day. So I'm just gonna do that right quick. Lifting this up, finding my base. You see that neck there? I'm just gonna pull it and tie it to this guy. Preferably you would want to do this before you have everything on there, but also if everything is well connected, it should be good. But I would definitely recommend doing this before you basically complete your masterpiece. Okay guys, well, this is the final result of our simple balloon marquee. It is very simple, literally just a base, add some clusters, put your mylar balloons. Honestly, you could get by with that, okay? You really could. You can add as much or take away as much as you like. It could have just been the one on the base and it would have been perfectly fine. But yeah, this is what we're working with. Let me see if I can get a better shot. Ta-da! Look what you created. Hopefully it wasn't too confusing, and hopefully you could do something simpler, something more complex, but these are definitely the basics. Okay, bye!